Happy Friday, everyone. We're here with our total traffic and conversion gang, Betty Withrow and Roy Dickan. And today we're going to talk about integrated marketing strategies and how it can really help. So, Betty, do you want to do a little introduction about what our total traffic and conversion overall strategy is as far as it goes related to integrated marketing?
Okay. I would say that the first thing we do is figure out what it is that you want your business to do, and what do you want your people to know about you, and then we kind of from there go, what's the best medium to use to present you? How are we going to strategize what your message is? And Roy and Greg are real good at presenting the correct way to integrate with social media, with Google, with video, particularly, and all these things together is what total traffic and conversion is all about. Okay, I'm the content person, I'm the word gal, and my thing is to figure out three things. What do you want your message to do? Who are your customers? And what makes you the only choice? So, between those three things, um, a lot of it comes down to understanding your brand voice, who your audience is, and what's the best way to reach them. Like some audiences are a lot more responsive to YouTube, others really need you to show up on their favorite social media platform, whether it's and this is where it gets deep into who do you want to attract and how do you want to talk to them, and how are you going to be, who are you going to be for them, essentially. So that's what total traffic and conversion is all about. We really get deep into the integration of the different services that we offer. I can say quite confidently that both of my collaborators know things that I have no ability to present any expertise in whatsoever, and I have full confidence in what their skill sets are because they have a lot of experience, and these cats know what they're doing. So, just saying.
Well, thank you for that.
Yeah.
So the one thing that I think all three of us believe is that there's not just one thing you can do. Like you need to do a variety of things. You need to have presence on online, your website, your social media, YouTube video, all that stuff. So all those things combine one thing at a time. I think sometimes people go and they talk to somebody and they say, "Well, put all your money into Facebook ads or something like that." But we that's not really our approach here. And maybe and Roy's area is niche domination. He especially knows almost everything there is to know, or it's trying to keep up with what Google's doing. And maybe you can explain what your approach is to Roy.
Yes, well, in addition to what Greg and Betty are saying, what we like to do is make sure that you get found where your customers hang out. And so one of those places may be that they use the Google search engine a lot. And so this is the thing that over the years, maybe even more so than now, this is the main area where you may find your ideal prospects. And so what I did years ago was figure, if I can ascertain what Google really wants as a company, and I and my clients help them to do that, they're probably going to reciprocate and bring a lot of what I call free traffic. A lot of people call it organic traffic to our sites. And initially it was websites followed by what became known as Google My Business, which is now Google Business Profile. And that's the way it started for me. And over the years, things have changed. Facebook has become the place where a lot of people hang out or used to hang out. LinkedIn now is a place where a lot of people hang out. And Google also loves LinkedIn. So that's a natural match. So that's two of the channels that I associate with Google. And Google also has YouTube. They own it. So that's you can look at that as a third channel. So there's at least 3 different places that your customers may show up, and you want to be getting your message across in all of those places. So Google, yeah, that's really been my forte. I'm starting to really appreciate LinkedIn, and so that's my secondary area of expertise. But I don't think there's anything more important still than Google, because almost 95% of the searches are still done on Google. So if you can be found there, that's where you're going to make your most money typically. But anyway, go ahead, Greg. That's what I've got to say on that.
Yeah. And so we have a number of offers, but one of the ones is what we're calling online effectiveness review. So what we find, all 3 of us have a habit. If we meet somebody in a networking group, the first thing we do is we go out and check out their LinkedIn profile, and then we check out to see if they've got a website. And I think a lot of people would have more success even on their one-on-one networking if their online profile was online presence was better. So Roy and I started this, and now we brought Betty into it, and just with the 3 of us with it, we all have a different perspective on this. If you want to take us up on this offer here, it's a coupon for free review. We normally charge $99, but anybody watching this today and seeing it in the replay can bump in there and have a discussion with us, and maybe we can talk about what that looks like for a client, because we have somebody we're working with right now who I would say completely falls into this bucket of comprehensive marketing, because we're looking at an offer, a special offer for like a lead magnet, landing pages, blog posts, social media, YouTube channel, Google business profile, keywords, SEO, the whole works. And so maybe do you want to talk about, Betty, why don't you talk about what your part of this mission is without naming names? We don't have to name names because we haven't launched yet. So
Right. Once we launch, then we'll be promoting this brilliant client who is in fact very into the integrated marketing approach and understands what it is that we are doing as a team together. So my part of it is to interview her carefully and understand very deeply what is her brand promise, who is it that she needs to serve, and how can I present what it is that she offers in the most effective way. So we strategize about that quite a bit. She's got a nice blog going. This morning we had a meeting where we went over the social media strategy, and I'm going to be taking images that I get and wrapping text around those to create a very consistent and concise stream of messages that allows people to see her and increases her visibility. That's the whole point, is that you want to be visible and known, and it fits into what is being developed with Roy. Roy's researching hashtags and going into Google strategies and YouTube strategies, because we're also working on YouTube. So, again, all of it goes together. I might be doing the blog posts. Soon we're going to go over her website copy and make sure that it's integrated with her current messaging and the people she really wants to attract. So it's all about going, it's kind of like weaving, you go back and forth and say, okay, what else do we want to add to this? We can embroider something on top of this beautiful textile, and we want it all to fit together so that it's a thing of beauty. And we are evolving something that's really very advanced here. I don't know that anybody else takes the time to really look at all the integrative strategies. I mean, one of the things Roy likes to say is that Google's looking for good content. Don't throw out a bunch of junk and, like have your AI spit out content 5 or 10 or 15 times a day. That doesn't mean anything to anybody, because Google is not going to appreciate it and it will not promote you. If, on the other hand, you're doing dynamic work and and Google is seeing that you're progressing and you're working on it and you're offering things that are of value. Google will reward you for doing that. So I'm all about quality, and so I write as well as I can, and I know that it's a great topic. Can't wait to tell you guys about it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be fabulous. And part of the process is our client is great. She's got somebody to create the graphics for these blog posts, and then Betty's going to work on the content, and then Roy's going to go in and take a look at that, and he's going to help. We'll probably come up with some, hashtags to go with it. But Roy will go in there, and it's kind of a bit specialized. Their discussion today was some of the platforms, like a lot of like LinkedIn or Facebook and Instagram, all have slightly different or optimizations for the number of hashtags. And so Roy's going to go take a look at it and make sure we're doing the right things and getting the right things. So all of these efforts, integrated marketing efforts, will go together. And my part of it is I'm the conversion end of these things. So we're still discussing, but there'll be a landing page for the lead magnet. There will be we're working on an online course with video for that. So that's part of what Betty's been planning out with the client, and then we'll help get the all all ready and her course content ready for a complete launch in a few months, likely. There's a lot of moving parts, a lot of moving parts to this.
Yeah. And that's true. The video scripting is part of it. Having a good, strong video script that she can really lean into is essential in order to have a good video presence. Could be a lot of rehearsing that gets done, but one thing about video is that the more you do it, the easier it gets. You start realizing you don't have to be perfect. You just have to show up. That's really how it is. If you don't show up, no one sees you. If you show up, people see you. That's how it works.
Yeah, and the more you're on video, the more people get to know you as if it was in real life. And so you can get it very close by talking a lot on video. And the thing that Betty is particularly good at is figuring out exactly how you want to talk to your ideal prospects. And then we can carry that forth on video. We can carry it forth in posts. We can carry it forth on websites and Google Business Profiles and in LinkedIn posts, so that the same way of talking is coming at them from all kinds of different angles. And that can be very effective. So we take integrated marketing very seriously, and we do exactly that. We integrate everything that can bring the ideal prospects, not the tire kickers, the ideal prospects, to one application or another, and then we can twist them around. LinkedIn can go to website, can go to YouTube, can go back to wherever you want to, wherever your prospects may hang out. And then we can analyze where we're actually getting the best interaction, and then we can make further changes from there. Sorry, Greg, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, I was going to ask you to comment on the video. You anticipated what I was going to ask.
Oh, good.
So that was perfect. So all this goes. Our overall mission is whoever's looking for whatever it is our client is offering, everywhere they go, there they are, right? So, if you're searching on Google search, with our strategy, what'll happen, Roy mentioned it earlier, if you've got somebody, they're likely to show up on LinkedIn, and they're likely to show up in their video links and also other social media. And so then they become, all of a sudden you're filling up the first page of the Google search for something, so with various ways. And YouTube and LinkedIn posts often come near the top. The website's not always the first thing listed, but
Yeah.
Yeah,
but
you can be on page 1 of Google and right near the top of the page with a good LinkedIn post, or with a good video, or with a good video on LinkedIn. That's particularly good.
Yeah.
So we understand all the ways that it can happen, and Betty is very good at figuring out what message should be where and how it should be worded. So very important.
Yeah, and as she said, she started the whole process with her client is sitting down and spending quite a bit of time, interviewing, making sure she understood what their values were, where they wanted to go, and what they had done. So that's very important. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you don't know where you are and where you want to go, then it's hard to figure out the roadmap, right? So
Right. True. Yeah. And also showing up consistently. The thing is, you need to be able to truly say, I am who I say I am, and make that resonate with your prospects so that by the time they get involved with you, they have full confidence in who you are. And the way you do that is by having consistent messaging that's driven by your values and the value that you want your clients and customers to experience when they work with you.
yeah.
That's one of the biggest things right now. Every application, whether it's Google, whether it's LinkedIn, whether it's Facebook, whether it's YouTube, every one of them wants consistency. And they want whoever comes there looking for you or looking for your message to be happy when they find you. So you want to be consistent, but you also want to give people what they came for.
Yeah.
And we can help you do that.
And sometimes Roy and I we're going to talk a little bit more about our special review offer, but we did a review with somebody who had a really good presence. Like he had LinkedIn, he had YouTube stuff, and pretty good website. And in talking with Roy, he just sort of mentioned, well, most of my customers buy this consulting package. Anyway, we could not find any evidence of that consulting package on anything, not on his website, not on his, his LinkedIn or anything. And he was sort of says, I don't know. People keep on inviting me to be on their shows for free, but I'm not getting customers out of it because he kind of overlooked making the offer. So that's the thing, right? So that's the Dan Kennedy thing. There will always be an offer. So I'm just going to pop up this this little this here. So this is our online effectiveness review. Roy and I started doing this. Now we've added Betty to the whole thing. If you're interested in having us take a look at, having that conversation that Betty was talking about, says, like what is it you want to do, and then we'll take a look at, what you look like. Like, is your LinkedIn profile up to date? Is your website up to date? Do you show up in searches? Is your website performing well from Roy's point of view? If the website is really slow, doesn't have the right keywords in it, it's just going to be ignored by Google. So that's what we offer. And so here's the special offer. This link, you can go to totaltrafficandconversion.com, effectiveness offer, and we have a coupon code for free review. Normally we charge $99 for it, which is a bargain. We do way more work for that $99 than that represents, but it's anyway. You can get all of that for free with free review. So that's our invitation. If you want if you go to Total Traffic and Conversion, there's a button there to make an appointment with us, and we'll try to coordinate. At least two of us usually are available at any given time to meet with you. Anyway, any other insights, gems, wisdom that we can offer our audience today?
I would say that taking advantage of this free offer would be a real smart decision if you're watching this, because we're behind what we're doing, and we can show you that we are and get to know you and see what we might be able to do about where you are, as well as helping you to understand where you are, which is, as Greg pointed out, if you don't know where you are, having a map is of no use. So that's the first step. Take the free offer and then find out where you are.
Yeah.
And once you know where you are, if you want to climb the mountain, it's helpful to have a guide that knows how to get to the top.
Yeah.
Well, you've got 3 guides here, so we can get you there.
Yes,
yeah, it's a lot of fun. We're quite all enjoying this collaboration. We did each of our little parts separately before. Now we can do it all together, and we can offer much more value to our clients as a group. And we also have other specialist referral partners who do certain things. Like at the client we mentioned, so there's somebody else who's going to take on the actual social media campaigns. Somebody else is doing the graphics. So, and we're providing the overall roadmap, and we're doing our parts within that overall roadmap.
Yeah.
Once we understand what it is you're trying to do, where it is you're trying to go, we have a lot of resources that can be added to the overall procedure so that you get the result to the extent that really you're not going to get with any other combination. And we don't really know what it is you need until you talk with us, particularly if you talk to Betty and she figures out what it is from a content standpoint. Then Greg and I pretty much can ascertain what you need from a technical standpoint. And when you put that all together, it can be very powerful.
Yeah. So what is Nike says? Just do it. Go to Total Traffic Conversion. You can even point your phone at the little the QR code in the top right. Takes us to our website. Yeah. And I'll play this banner one more time. There's a special offer, and get more bang for your marketing buck.
That's the truth. You know, the synergy of our efforts together, we are more than the sum of our parts, because when we get together, we come up with new ideas and new insights every single time. So that's the advantage of teamwork. Yeah. We can be your team. We're on your side.
Yeah. And our clients, sometimes they have ideas, and so we talk about it, and we'll try to make it so, make their ideas work with it all. And overall, then it's a really good partnership with our clients and us. And so get on to Total Traffic Conversion, book a meeting with us, take us up on our free offer, our free review. That's the best place you can start, really. And anyway, so there are no more. Are there any questions from our studio audience here? If not, we will let you go and enjoy the rest of your Friday. Any last comments?
No, I think we're good.
All right. Okay. See you soon.